watching Sam TV.
Attention Taraba! Here is a public service announcement to all youth groups and organizations in Taraba State. The Senior Special Assistant to the Governor of Taraba State on Youth Affairs, in collaboration with the Special Advisor, Youth Empowerment and the National Youth Council of Nigeria, Taraba State Chapter, invites all youth groups in the state to register for Taraba State Youth Transformation Initiative. Registration is free. The Taraba Youth Transformation Initiative is strategically designed to identify and equip youth groups with skills to enhance youth development. Registration will take place in all the 168 political wards in Taraba State. Registration starts 31st of March 2025. Venue: all local government secretariats across the state. Don't miss out. Register your youth groups today and take a step towards unlocking your full potentials. Join us and let's build a brighter future for Taraba youths. Ambassador Emmanuel George, JP, SSA, Youth Affairs, Announcer.
No matter how long you live, you cannot learn it all. You can only do your best because you know go feed you all. So if you want to criticize me,
RU Executive Transport, a transportation company ready to change the transportation narrative in Taraba State and Nigeria at large, bringing comfort, safety and reliability. Witness their impact on the people, the economy and Nigeria's transportation future.
RU Executive Transport Company, who was actually incorporated sometime in 2024, and the decision to establish the company was actually born out of a burden for travelers to Jalingo, especially from Abuja. And I saw that need and tried to reach out to existing transport companies to fill the gap, but they were not forthcoming. And so I decided to go into it myself. That is the main essence of this company, to connect Taraba State to other parts of the country, especially Abuja and Yola, comfortably for executive travelers.
We offer executive services to both individuals and group of people. The kind of services we render depends on the needs in which our customers wishes for us to offer. Either wedding, conferences, ambulance services or car hire services, we ensure that we give you the very best of service.
We offer shuttle services. We started with Jalingo Yola. And right now, as I'm talking to you, we are already looking out for a terminal in Abuja, because Abuja route is actually the ultimate. That was the motivation behind the establishment of the company, so that travels between Abuja and Jalingo can be done comfortably. So we are trusting God that by April, before the end of April, we will start the Abuja route. We are already looking out for a terminal. And so that is the basic thing. And we go into car hire services too. You can hire our Sienna buses, you can hire our Hummer buses, you can also hire our ambulances. So we have all these types of vehicles in place. And I want to say here, what I mean by travel in comfort is that if you are traveling with our Sienna bus, for example, we don't take more than 5 passengers on our shuttle trips. But if you hire it, we allow you to take up to 6 passengers. In other words, 3 people can sit at the back, 2 at the center and 1 in front. But if it is through our shuttle services, it's only 5.
We ensure we take off on time and also arrive on time, most especially for our airport passengers that would love to catch up with a flight to their various destinations. And also we provide comfort and relaxation. All our vehicles are fully air-conditioned vehicles.
RU Executive Transport, a transportation company ready to change the transportation narrative in Taraba State and Nigeria at large, bringing comfort, safety and reliability. Witness their impact on the people, the economy and Nigeria's transportation future.
RU Executive Transport Company was actually incorporated sometime in 2024, and the decision to establish the company was actually born out of a burden for travelers to Jalingo, especially from Abuja. And I saw that need and tried to reach out to existing transport companies to fill the gap. And so I decided to go into it myself. That is the main essence of this company, to connect Taraba State to other parts of the country, especially Abuja and Yola, comfortably for executive travelers.
We offer executive services to both individuals and group of people. The kind of services we render depends on the needs in which our customers wishes for us to offer. Either wedding, conferences, ambulance services or car hire services, we ensure that we give you the very best of service.
Offer shuttle services. We started with Jalingo Yola. And right now, as I'm talking to you, we are already looking out for a terminal in Abuja, because Abuja route is actually the ultimate. That was the motivation behind the establishment of the company, so that travels between Abuja and Jalingo can be done comfortably. So we are trusting God that by April, before the end of April, we will start the Abuja route. We are already looking out for a terminal. And so that is the basic thing. And we go into car hire services too. You can hire our Sienna buses, you can hire our Hummer buses, you can also hire our ambulances. So we have all these types of vehicles in place. And I want to say here, what I mean by travel in comfort is that if you are traveling with our Sienna bus, for example, we don't take more than 5 passengers on our shuttle trips. But if you hire it, we allow you to take up to 6 passengers. In other words, 3 people can sit at the back, 2 at the center and 1 in front. But if it is through our shuttle services, it's only 5.
We ensure we take off on time and also arrive on time, most especially for our airport passengers that would love to catch up with a flight to their various destinations. And also we provide comfort and relaxation. All our vehicles are fully air-conditioned vehicles.
RU Executive.
Yes, good morning and welcome to Psalm TV, our morning shows. It's a Saturday morning show and I'm your host, Abraham Mine Joda. I'm thrilled to kickstart the weekend with you. Saturdays are like the superheroes of the week. They save us from the chaos of Monday to Friday. And speaking of superheroes, I've got a great story to share. A friend of mine once told me that his toddler son wanted to be a superhero. So he dressed up as one and saved their cat from a tree. The cat was actually just lounging in the sun, but hey, it's all about drama, right? The son is a superhero. On today's show, we got an amazing lineup of topics and surprises, from the latest news and trends to inspiring stories and expert advice. We got it covered, and also we have something for the teenagers and the young people today on the show. So get comfortable and let's make this Saturday morning unforgettable. Stay tuned and let's get started. And with me on the show today is Mr. Ira Daniel Kukwen, the Director of News and Current Affairs on Some TV. Good morning, Mr. Daniel.
Good morning, sir.
How
was your night?
Thank you very much. You're welcome to the show.
Yeah.
And I think we would like to start this show with this message, with this birthday message. Happy 73rd birthday to Mr. President, His Excellency, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, the Asiwaju of Lagos, the Jagaba of Borgu, and he's also the Eze Udo of Igbo land, and also he is also known as the president, or how do you call it, the leader of the party, Jagaban himself. So happy 73rd birthday to the president. What do you have to say about this?
Congratulations to His Excellency Ahmed Bola Tinubu on his 73rd birthday. This is a reminder that he needs to do more in salvaging Nigeria from the shackles of poverty, insecurity, and a whole lot of challenges that is facing the country. I've seen on TV how the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, said his wishes for the president is to see that for the president to see that Nigeria is peaceful, Nigeria is progressing, and a whole lot of things that are in good dimension for the country. Congratulations to Ahmed Bola Tinubu, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Yes, and from Some TV, we say happy birthday to Mr. President. We wish you long life and prosperity. And we also wish that your plans and your manifesto, the good plans you promised to Nigeria, should come to fruition before the end of your tenure. That is our prayer for you. So on this note, we will start the morning show. Do we declare something for the president, or have you written to him? Probably maybe sending a cake down to Some TV, or on his behalf you want to do something for us?
Well, I just wished him birthday, and if there is any other thing that I will need to add, then I will consider it. I look at him as the president of Nigeria, and he deserves our support and prayers at this point in time. So maybe you will declare for us to go to Roadhouse.
On a lighter note, and this is also why sometimes maybe these are the reasons why maybe the monarchical system of government is good, because if he was the king of Nigeria, I'm very sure there will have been festivities across the whole kingdom, where elephants, as an African king, probably elephants,
and
buffaloes, giraffes will have been slaughtered for the birthday. But it's a democracy.
That reminds me of Robert Mugabe of Zimbabwe, when he was the president. On his birthday, elephants and all the five, the Hausa people describe it as Manyandauna Gurabia. I think it was the lion, the buffalo, the giraffe, the elephant, and one other animal. I think they were slaughtered and the meat was shared across the country.
Yeah, well, I believe that what Nigerians want from the president is not the meat of a buffalo or of a cow. What they want is good governance. What they want is a thriving economy, peace, and security and unity among Nigerians. That is what Nigerians want from him. And if it comes with the meat of a buffalo, meat of a cow, or meat or chicken, well, it's an addition. So with this, we will go to the story for today newspaper. Today, the weekend papers. I'll start with the Daily Trust. Okay, most of the papers are the president. People are wishing the president happy 73rd birthday. So we just pick anyone that has another headline on it. So how 16 hunters were mobbed and killed in Uromi, Edo State. This is a very, very sad story that I just have been thinking. I've just been thinking how they will feel while they were being mobbed when they were being mobbed, they will have hope that probably someone will listen to them. You know, when you are innocent, you believe that one way or the other, you'll be justified. Maybe the police will come, or the army, or God will send a good Samaritan to come to your aid. But unfortunately, let me read the story. Say, Alfred has trailed the mob killing of 16 northern travelers at Uromi in Edo State while transiting from Port Harcourt in Rivers State to Kano State. Weekend trust gather that the victims were hunters who were returning home for the Salah celebration. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu condemned the mother of the hunters, directing the security operatives in the state to go after the killers and bring them to justice, saying that a thorough investigation should be conducted and the culprit brought to book. I think there's a need. The travelers said to be hunters on their way to Carrefour Salas when the mob intercepted and lynched them on suspicion that they were kidnappers. Weekend Trust learned that the local vigilantes had stopped the vehicle. The victims were traveling, and in the course of the search, ordained guns used by the hunters, a development that reportedly led to the gathering of a mob who concluded the travelers were kidnappers and burned them alive. So it's really a sad one. I'm just imagining what would be going through the mind of those hunters. And I think this is also a call to anyone, hunter or not, if you want to travel, please don't travel with your weapons because of the kind of insecurities in the country. Now, people tend to take laws into their hands, which is not good, which is something that we should stop. This issue of jungle justice.
That shows the, how do I describe it, the disadvantages attached with this issue of untrained security structure that we have in Nigeria. But these people, I think if they were the police that have stopped these people and conducted this search, their training, you understand, the tenets of their practice as police officers will have allowed them to say, okay, these people should still be investigated more. Because further reports now is revealing that they were not actually the criminals that they were. Even if they were criminals, they shouldn't have been killed like that. The jungle justice thing is out of place. I don't know how this is going to go down in history. But this is a very delicate issue that somebody will need to take decisive actions on it to see to it that there is no reprisal.
This brings me back to some years back when 4 Uniport students were mobbed by a community and set ablaze jungle justice because they were suspected to be cultists or robbers. Remember that happened some years back at Uniport. Innocent young men who went to claim money from someone that was owing them, and raised the alarm that they were thieves, cultists. And unfortunately in that area, cultists from the University of Port Harcourt have been disturbing the people, so they concluded that these boys were one of those, and they descended on them. And even though the police were there, they couldn't do anything. That's one thing with, I've seen cases of mob action, even with the police.
The police...
I've seen a situation whereby, while the police are trying to say, let us keep to the law, I've seen a situation whereby the mobs now descend on the police and begin to bomb stations. So sometimes, once the culture of mob action and jungle justice is becoming very deep into, is now becoming a thing that the society accepts. So whenever anything happens, the next thing is, no, we don't want to take them to the police station. They'll be released, all manners of, and before you know, they started taking justice into their hands. The bad thing is that, one, there's nothing good about mob action or jungle justice because everybody is entitled to fair hearing. So it is something that action needs to be done, and the perpetrators of this should be brought to book. They should face their full wrath of the law.
And I think if the vigilantes had known that these people are traveling all the way from Elele in Rivers State, I don't know the proximity between Rivers and Ido, but somehow it will have been quite a distance. And I don't know how they were able to decipher and conclude that these people are kidnappers and maybe altercation ensued, maybe in the course of...
well, let me tell you the truth. Even right here in Jalingo now, if you see you intersect a vehicle with people of northern extraction, I'm sorry to say this because for some time now we've been having kidnappers.
And it has been attributed to Fulani.
Yeah, they're bandits,
yes.
bandits now. And they are found with guns in large numbers. What comes to the mind of people is that these are kidnappers. That is the first suspicion.
Yes.
That is it. And I'm telling you, I'm telling categorically, no, there's nothing at that point. If it's a mob, and you know that area of Edo, Uromi and rest, there have been cases of series of kidnappings and rest. There's nothing the vigilante will have done. If not, they will have been part of those that will be attacked.
Now, is it that those people, when you are traveling with your den guns, you don't have to go and register and get some permit from the security
Nobody
authorities?
will look at your permit at that point. I'm telling you the truth. The best thing is don't travel with these things. Do not travel with any weapon, be it a knife, a screwdriver, anything. Right now, nobody is going to look at their even if they look at it, they will be like, yes, you are licensed, but why? Probably you are.
What you're saying is true, because I remember
travel.
one instances where I was traveling from Okari to Takum, and right in the motor park, the Fulani man came with his dagger, and that was how, after paying for the transport fare and was already in the vehicle, one passenger saw the dagger and said, no, I'm not going to travel with this man. How can you be carrying a weapon? He said, this is not a weapon, it's just for... You can use this to kill somebody.
Definitely.
So what if you turn out to be a criminal? Now that we're where people are, you will not be able to do anything, but in the road where it will only be between you and us, and you can decide to become... And that was how it degenerated. And at the end of the day, the man was prevented from traveling in that vehicle.
Definitely.
So I don't think you're completely wrong. You're very correct in the aspect of saying that there is no need for you to begin to carry weapons.
Yes.
Even the security operatives, except if you have this express permit where you're going, there is no way you carry your weapon and begin to travel with it to a place where...
I think the lesson we've learned from this, first of all, I would like to call on the authorities to ensure that the perpetrators of this gruesome murder of the hunters should be brought to book, they should be fished out, and they should be thoroughly dealt with. And also, this is an advice from us here to you. If you are unarmed, don't travel with your weapon, because anything may happen. You may be, the security agencies may arrest you and take you and do their due diligence. But with the way things now, there are a lot of places whereby it's ungoverned and people are there taking care of security on their own, and the next thing is for them to go into mob action. Just keep your damn guns or wherever it is somewhere. Say, don't travel with these weapons. It is unsafe. It is unsafe. I don't think the military travel personally with weapons. They don't do that. So,
and this is the aspect that I think the public should be talking about. Look at the report here. The man said they were Dayabu, that is one of the survivors. Dayabu Yahaya said the journey was peaceful until we reached Oromi, where trouble began. Vigilantes stopped us. I was sitting in the front. They ordered the drivers to step out of the vehicle, but he refused. In response, they flogged him. They ordered other passengers to get down from the vehicle. They inspected our vehicle and found nothing suspicious, only licensed den guns. Because they are licensed, he felt as if you can carry them anywhere you want to go. So there is this awareness that needs to be created, even if it is licensed. You don't have to carry it to... Are you expecting that they are going to... Maybe they were suspecting
some that... Some people think the license is forged. How many people know...
How do you verify whether it's licensed or not?
Who will even stand to listen because of the security situations in the country? I remember way back in those days, I'm very sure if you find people of northern extraction with weapons, you wouldn't even care.
Yes, we've seen Fulani people moving
Not
around.
Even
it's like their second...
I grew up in the south. In those days, if a southerner is holding a knife, there's suspicion that he's a criminal. But a northerner is seen as someone, yes, it is their culture, probably it's their culture to move around with knives. So nothing is... there's no people, you might be going, the police will stop a shoe shiner and you find a knife with him and they won't bother, but you'll be searched, and if a knife is found with you, you'll be a suspect. But things have changed now. a lot of the insecurity and a lot of water have gone under the bridge. Everybody is now suspicious of the other. There have been cases of people who ordinarily you think are innocent turned out to be killers, turned out to be kidnappers. So the era of moving around with knives, swords, catapults, and the rest of it, I think they should put an end to it. But this still does not take away the fact that the perpetrators of these travelers should be fished out and should be thoroughly dealt with.
You know, some of the cultures, even in some of our areas, believes that a man, if you're going out to maybe the farm, you should carry maybe a cutlass or something, that, what is it, a spear or something that at least can serve as a weapon where if you see an animal that you can use it to kill a snake or something. But times have changed and the ways of men must change with time. There is no way you begin to say, okay, how can I go to the farm without a cutlass and things like that. If it constitutes security threat and the security operatives and the government is saying this should not be done, just abide by it and allow it so that at the end of the day, this kind of scenario can be forestalled.
Okay, let's look at some other papers that have other headlines here. I say that Daily Saturday Independent. Let's go to Saturday Independent. Say why government should invest more in alternative energy. That is the headline on Saturday Independent. Say cost-effective driving innovations. According to researchers, an energy transition plan requires injection of $10 billion to kickstart our process. Another headline, yes, Tinubu has 43. I'm inspired to do more for Nigeria. That's a good one. And then there's on page 6 of the Saturday Independent, says stay clear of River State allocation. PD professionals warn Administrator Ibas, as the PDP professionals are warning the sole administrator of River State. Then Wole Soyinka says poetry always a work in progress. That is the word of Professor Wole Soyinka,
the Nobel laureate.
Yeah. Let us look at another paper, The Guardian. Let's move to The Guardian. The Guardian has this story. It's time for women to rise and claim leadership roles in Nigeria, according to Atoyebi. Atoyebi is on Spotlight page 4. Also on The Guardian, you have rapid urbanization, worries over conversion of forest reserves, conservation centers to real estates. That is also on the Guardian. We also have this story, 70 energetic cheers to Professor Adegbulugbe. That is also one of the headlines. The Guardian, while the major headlines say Tinubu seek divine intervention over Nigeria's challenges. That is the major headline, and every other thing here, I think, just wishing the president a happy birthday.
Okay, are there such things like divine intervention over Nigerian challenges?
Yeah.
Do we really, do you think there are such things where prayers would be able to change the state of the nation?
Yes, I believe in divine intervention. I believe in the fact that God can do a lot for us, but we have to make up our mind. He has given us choices to make the right choice. If we make the right choice, then the good things will come to us. Or no matter the divine intervention, if we decide to be headstrong and go in the wrong direction, I think God will just keep waiting for us to come back like the prodigal son. If we come back to God, yes, God will take us. But if we continue to be prodigal in nature, to live a riotous life, to live in disunity, to live in tribalism, bigotry, and the rest of it, I think just like the prodigal son, we'll be eating we'll be feeding with the pigs. Yes. Until we come back home. So yes. that is just it.
So talking about choice, and the president issued a statement that said for last year he ordered that no celebration, it should be celebrated in low-key. He celebrated his birthday privately. But for this year, Onanuga issued a statement that said the president has allowed for these kind of publications, the announcement of his birthday celebrations on platforms, newspaper, television, and other things like that. And he said specifically that his birthday, there will be Thanksgiving service in churches and in mosques. Attended a prayer at the National Mosque where prayers were being offered and like things like that. And all this were in an effort to see to it that God intervenes in the situation of Nigeria. And now I want to consider it from the perspective where, are we not spiritualizing things that should not be spiritualized? Should we at this point in time say we should pray at 73rd birthday of the president in such a manner that it is a national thing? Churches and national mosques, adherents should go to their spiritual places and begin to pray that God should intervene in the situation of Nigeria, while it is not commensurate with the efforts of the government. Look at the story we just mentioned now. What is the government doing concerning this to see that these things, because this is not the first time such things as mob action has been happening, corruption, that is instituted corruptions and other things like that. Should we spiritualize things that has to do with the development of the nation?
There's nothing wrong in spiritualizing anything. There's solution in spirituality. There's nothing wrong in that. I pray on my birthday, so why should I be bothered that someone says we should pray? I pray for Nigeria every time I'm praying. I pray for my nation. I believe through prayers things can get better. But like I say, you still have to walk. You walk and pray. For you can't take away the place of spirituality. And if you look at it, even the great nations, there were periods during the period when they were going through the kind of situations we were going through there. They were a very spiritual nation. They sponsored missionary moves. If you look at the constitutions of most nations, it is based on the holy books, be it the West or the East, even the Chinese and the rest of the. If you look at their constitution, they tap from the spiritual books to get inspiration to write their constitutions and also to make laws. The problem we have here is not the fact that we pray. It's not because we are spiritual. It is because we don't balance both. There's nothing wrong in people going to church, if that is what they believe. That is why there's freedom of belief, freedom of this thing. It won't compel you to go to church to pray, but if you feel there's a need for you to pray for the nation, please go ahead and do that. At this point, anything is needed thrown into to ensure that it works. If it is prayer, if it is work, everything is needed on board now to ensure that this country is salvaged. Well, at this stage, let me go to another paper here. At the Saturday Times, we have the Saturday Times here. We say PDP to Ibase stay clear of Rivers allocation to petition United Nations. Others, Professional Forum of the PDP. Then NCAA pledges full commitment to state safety program. State that is also on the Saturday Times. Also on the Saturday Times, every gunfire, soldiers, shites clash in Abuja. This become a clash too many.
Yes, with the shites.
With the shites and the military, the police and the rest of it. I think by now, there's a way. There should be, I don't know how, because it's always deadly. And it keeps reoccurring, especially whenever they want to have possession. There's a need from both the Shiites need to understand that there's a law that governs this country. And whatever you do must be within the confines of the law. And I also think too the security agencies need to look for non-kinetic ways to resolve the constant back and forth with the Shiites. I think there should be a way they can be approached and made to understand. Nobody is trying to stop you from doing your possession or whatever it is, but you need to understand that you must do it under the confines of the law. I think there's a need for something to be done differently, don't you think so?
Yes, because if you've had experience with the Shiites before during procession and it degenerated to loss of life where gun battles ensued, I don't know how this gunfire happened. Is it that the Shiites too were retaliating with another firearms or what? Or is it that the soldiers were just shooting at these people? Because normally if you block a convoy of a senior military officer, just like it happened the last time, I think in Kaduna, where so many Shiites were killed because they were trying to truncate the movement of a military convoy that has a superior or a very high military officer. That was not good. If there is a way that they will understand that, okay, this is the way their religious belief is, and to a very large extent, it is not completely a crime for them to practice this kind of religious beliefs. There is a need for you to just give them some concession. At least maybe it won't take more than 1 hour or maybe 30 minutes.
There are laws to this nation. You give concession to this to block the road for 1 hour. I also have my religious belief. I take concession, the third mainland bridge, I block it for 1 hour. The next person come, religious belief, for 2 hours, you block Amarua way and this. The thing is this, you need to understand whatever your religious belief is, there's a law that guides the land. You must learn to practice your religion within the law. And I've not seen any law that goes against you worshiping God. It is the only thing that may clash with the law. Is the mode in which you want, the extra mode in which you want to worship God. There's no law that says you shouldn't go to the mosque or go to the church to pray. There's no law that say you shouldn't bow or rise to pray. There's no law that says you shouldn't kneel down to pray. There's no law that didn't say you shouldn't walk down the road to chant or to pray or to do whatever you want to do. But you must do it in such a way that you don't stop others from going about their lawful business. Now, if you say the road should be blocked for an hour or this for them, what if there's an emergency?
That is what I'm saying. Is it that they've not secured the permission for that kind of procession?
I don't think Shiites secure permissions before they go about it.
That is where the problem lies.
I don't think they do.
But if they are reasonable enough, you understand? Because just like you mentioned earlier, the non-kinetic method will be that, okay, the military will come down and say, okay, we are going to ensure that these procedures have been adhered to. If they continue to constitute this kind of group that breaks the law incessantly, then it becomes a problem. And I think they should not go up to the extent of shooting and killing them like that. That is my concern. Because if you continue to kill them because of the fact that they are, at the end of the day, there's this tendency for them to revolt. You understand? You can't continue to exert unnecessary, undue, I don't know whether to describe them.
I've seen the Shiite possessions, seen it turn violence. They don't respect the law. They don't. I'm not holding forth for our security agents because they have their own excesses. But the question she asks is why always Shiites? Why always Shiites? That means that there's something they're doing that is always making them clash with this thing. I'm not exonerating the military or the police or the security agencies, but there's a need for the Shiites to look inward and see, what are we doing? Why are we always having clashes with security agencies? Why our possessions, why our gatherings always turn violent? I think that they need to do that. And the leaders of the Shiites needs to come together and say, no. I think that Islam is a religion of peace. Islam is a religion of peace, and they should learn to live peacefully with the country, and also live within the laws of the land.
Just like you mentioned earlier, they're not the only people living in that community, so that anytime they want to do their procession, they should understand that some other persons too may have his own concerns. Let's do it in such a way that it does not infringe on the fundamental human rights of other Nigerians, that we are co-owners of this community together.
Some other stories on the Saturday Times say Kano court sentences housewife to death for kidnapping, killing 8-year-old. This is quite sad. Another one, Dabiri Erewa urges strategic communication to tackle Japa syndrome. That is from Dabiri Arewa, the special advisor. Okay, she had the diaspora. She has the diaspora commission. Okay, also, this is funny. We have no record of El Rufai Kaduna SDP.
That I saw that, and that got me. Now look at the way it is. He said he has defected to SDP, and he has not done the proper thing. Or is it that he forgot? Or is it that it's another political gimmicks that is being...
You see, this statement, if you look at the Supreme Court judgments of in Rivers, which says that the so-called defected members of the PDP to APC, the legislators, are not members because there's no evidence to show that they are members of the PDP, of the APC. Now, what that tells you is that for you to be the member of a party, it is not by announcing publicly. You can be the supporter of a party, but not a member. The only thing that makes you a member is for you to go and register. Your name should be in the register of the party. So what the Kaduna SDP is saying that his name is not, and he can't. I don't think you can register at the national level.
You have to be from your ward.
For your ward. So his name is not in their register, even though he has not joined, he is now a supporter. But officially, now this clears the matter. There are some people that are arguing that, but we saw videos of El-Rufai declaring himself for SDP. We saw videos of the PDP legislators saying that they have defected to APC. Now, where the problem is, which the Supreme Court in its judgment envisaged that problem. To create problem for you, I can go to the pages of the newspaper that I have joined Party A. And when election comes, I pick a nomination form and I say I want to be contest. The only way you can allow me to contest is if my name is in the register, not by just mere declaration.
But are there instances where you don't have member a nomination form to contest for political election, and at the end of the day you win election, and nobody is still going back to check whether you
are setting yourself up for if someone knows that it's going to go to the court, and you will just waste your money and time. At the end of the day, you will, except if your name appears in the register.
But my question is, how come you're selling a nomination form for a member that for a person that is not a member of your political party? Does that not indicate that he's already a member for the fact that he was able to buy a nomination form?
From what I know, what the law recognizes as a member is someone that has a
membership card.
That have been registered with the party.
And another thing is that this registration thing we're talking about boils down with how do I describe the executive members, executive committee of that ward. So long as they come out to say we don't know you, then you are not actually a member.
We are not.
Does it have to do with records,
or is it that if it becomes a legal issue, it has to do with record? If you say he's not a member, his name is in the record, he's a member. If you say he's a member and yes, okay, there's a funnel for the records and his name is not there, he is not a member. He may be a supporter, but he's not a member. I can't just, if not, we'll create a situation whereby people deliberately will declare themselves members of the party and they don't have, and they begin to go to court that I'm a member of this party A and the primaries is not this, the primary. So, but if you're a member, you must name, and I think it should be the right thing. You must be registered as a member of the party, not just for you can support any party, but for you to claim membership of a party, you must be registered. You must be registered. That is my opinion on that. Well, I think we have to go for a shorter break now on this Saturday morning show. And when we come back, the morning show will continue.
Attention Taraba! Here is a public service announcement to all youth groups and organizations in Taraba State. The Senior Special Assistant to the Governor of Taraba State on Youth Affairs, in collaboration with the Special Advisor, Youth Empowerment and the National Youth Council of Nigeria, Taraba State Chapter, invites all youth groups in the state to register for Taraba State Youth Transformation Initiative. Registration is free. The Taraba Youth Transformation Initiative is strategically designed to identify and equip youth groups with skills to enhance youth development. Registration will take place in all the 168 political wards in Taraba State. Registration starts 31st of March 2025. Venue: all local government secretariats across the state. Don't miss out. Register your youth groups today and take a step towards unlocking your full potentials. Join us and let's build a brighter future for Taraba youths. Ambassador Emmanuel George, JP, SSA, Youth Affairs, Announcer.
But no matter how long you live, you cannot learn it all. You can only do your best because you know go feed you all. So if you want to criticize me, go.
Transport, a transportation company ready to change the transportation narrative in Taraba State and Nigeria at large, bringing comfort, safety and reliability. Witness their impact on the people, the economy and Nigeria's transportation future.
Ari Executive Transport Company was actually incorporated sometime in 2024, and the decision to establish the company was actually born out of a burden for travelers to Jalingo, especially from Abuja. And I saw that need and tried to reach out to existing transport companies to fill the gap, but they were not forthcoming. And so I decided to go into it myself. That is the main essence of this company, to connect Taraba State to other parts of the country, especially Abuja and Yola, comfortably for executive travelers.
We offer executive services to both individuals and group of people. The kind of services we render depends on the needs in which our customers wishes for us to offer. Either wedding, conferences, ambulance services or car hire services, we ensure that we give you the very best of service.
We offer shuttle services. We started with Jalingo Yola, and right now as I'm talking to you, we are already looking out for a terminal in Abuja, because Abuja route is actually the ultimate. That was the motivation behind the establishment of the company, so that travels between Abuja and Jalingo can be done comfortably. So we are trusting God that by April, before the end of April, we will start the Abuja route. We are already looking out for a terminal. And so that is the basic thing. And we go into car hire services too. You can hire our Sienna buses, you can hire our Hummer buses, you can also hire our ambulances. So we have all these types of vehicles in place. And I want to say here, what I mean by travel in comfort is that if you are traveling with our Sienna bus, for example, we don't take more than 5 passengers on our shuttle trips. But if you hire it, we allow you to take up to 6 passengers. In other words, 3 people can sit at the back, 2 at the center and 1 in front. But if it is through our shuttle services, it's only 5.
We ensure we take off on time and also arrive on time, most especially for our airport passengers that would love to catch up with a flight to their various destinations. And also we provide comfort and relaxation. All our vehicles are fully air-conditioned vehicles.
Are you executive?
Yes, welcome back to the morning show on Some TV. This is the Saturday edition of the morning show, and on this Saturday we are having a segment that has to do with young people. You know, and as we all know, young people they have the largest population in Nigeria, and I think we have a duty to ensure that we keep them informed and we keep them educated. So today on this segment, I'm bringing two beautiful young ladies to the show, and we're going to be discussing the effects of social media on young people. So with me in the studio this morning, on my right is Best Matthew. Best Matthew, a student of Adamawa State University, a mass communication student of Adamawa State University. You are welcome, Best. She's also known as Bella. Bella, good morning.
Morning, sir.
Okay. On our left is a medical student and a content creator and a person of Precious Oyi. Precious Oyi, you are welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, you are
morning,
welcome
sir.
to the show.
Thank you, sir.
Relax yourself. Don't be tense. You are here to discuss with me. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Are you happy to be here this morning?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. And what do you think of the weather? Precious.
The weather is really hot.
The weather is hot?
Yes.
And you?
Weather is hot.
So you prefer the rainy days to this?
Yeah, I prefer the rainy days.
You also prefer the rainy days?
Definitely.
Definitely. Okay, well, for us, you know, the weather here is cool. You like the atmosphere around here?
Yes,
Yes.
the atmosphere is okay.
It's okay. You love Some TV?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. So young people, you should know that Some TV is youth-friendly, and we have a very wonderful atmosphere here. So now let's hit the ground running. We're going to be talking about the effect of social media on young people. So, well, let me start with Bella. Bella, so as a young person, an undergraduate, what do you think are the positive impact of social media on young people generally?
Okay. Let me come down to the educational level. Most children like to learn online. Most things that they don't learn in school, they would love to learn online, go on YouTube, Google, and all those things. It's very good, effectively. And most people there are into handwork and all manner of things. Like me, when I was a teenager, I was having phone at the age of 15. Mom gave me an Android phone at that age because I was into tailoring by then. So I would just browse and see how to cut this. So I would use my phone to practice at home without even going to anybody's shop to see all those things. So it gave me that positive impact that I can use my phone and build myself up. Yes.
Okay, then are you still into tailoring?
Yes, I'm still into tailoring, yes, as a student.
That's quite great. So now to Precious.
Yes, sir.
Precious, sorry, how old are you?
I'm 16.
You are 16, so you're still a teenager?
Yes.
Okay. Now as a teenager, what are the positive impacts of social media on you?
Well, personally, I never had an Android phone.
Okay.
While in secondary school, because I have a very strict mother who believed a secondary school student should never have an Android phone.
Okay.
So I got to have a phone after I finished with my JAMB and my WAEC. That was when I got a phone.
Okay.
So personally, I think some of the positive impacts of the media, we stay connected to friends and family, connectivity, and then access to a lot of information. We get to know news, get to know trending news across the world, and a lot of things that are happening across Nigeria. Yes, so I think access to information and connectivity.
Okay, access to information and connectivity. Now again, there's the positive side of information and also the positive side of connectivity.
Yes.
And there's also the other side, which is the negative impact of connecting. You may connect with negative people and negative information. So let me start with you, since you brought this up, Precious. What are the negative impacts have you felt so much about the social media, either directly or to your friends, your peers, and the society?
When I started using a social media handle, I then realized the point from which my mother is coming at, why she didn't want me to use a phone. I found that the social media is very wild, and we get a lot of crimes on social media. We have the cyber crimes, we have ritualism. Let's take the case of those British teenage girls who left their country to join a terrorist group in Syria.
ISIS,
yes, and when you found out they were recruited through the media. So I could have imagined the trauma they might have caused their parents as a teenager. So I think the social media has a lot of negative impact to we teenagers than the positive, to be sincere, actually.
Okay, Bella, do you agree with that?
I agree with that, because even when I go through, I used to have a YouTube page. I usually used to go. Then when scrolling, you see some things that you don't even want to see as a teenager by then. When you see a neat picture, they're telling you how to do this and how to make a shisha pot at home. And this kind of thing is, if you don't, because I used to be at home when I was a teenager, I used to go out because my sister was at university by then, and I have a little brother. So it's always me and myself alone at home.
And the phone.
And the phone. If there's no light, we have to just turn on the PC and just watch or scroll to YouTube and watch things so that we will stay at home without going out. So my mom used to call me on the phone because so let's say the big sister at home. She'll call me, have you eaten? No, also please go and get food for you and your brother. So all those things, I need phone at that age. Okay. But she was kind of being strict. Sometimes you see them for like 3 months, she will not even give me the phone. You see what I said that I said next month, give me the phone, let me keep it for you.
You will not be happy with
Yeah, I'll be like, what's this mommy doing now? What is this? She was like, keep your phone till you're done with your exams. But I see you right next month, okay, bring the phone and keep it. Then I'll be like, why is she being strict? I'll be using the phone all alone at home. Like all those things. So me, I think that if parents are having children at home, most especially teenage young ones, they should have this telephone that you just press the button and pick the phone. So if you're done, you drop the phone. But if they're at home, you should have the children to just use their smartphone and all those things. And there's this thing we call parental guidance on the remote and most of the phones too. Okay. So it can restrict the child from going to certain pages and cannot see some things on social media. No matter how that child keep trying, he can't access that places.
Okay, so
yes.
you suggest that the parents should ensure that they make use of the parental control buttons either on the phone, on TV.
Yes.
And that's good. That's a good one coming from Bella there. Yes, Bester Matthew. She's speaking from experience. She has been a big sister in the house with a phone, and she knows a lot that she has seen that she was not happy with. Now to Precious.
Yes.
Precious. Do you think, now you're out of secondary school now,
yes.
You're now a medical student and what have we, do you think, in retrospect, do you think it is good for secondary school students to be allowed to have unlimited access to social media?
No. I think they should be restricted because, like she said, I found out social media, a lot of things have now been sexualized on social media, even advertisements. You see, for example, if they want to advertise maybe a product, you first see maybe a naked woman or a naked man advertising the product. So things have been sexualized on the social media, and we see couples fighting, couples breaking up their marriages on the media. We see families fighting dirty on the media. I think some of us can't really process it, and some of us without guidance may really think it's just a normal way of life.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, now, even the words some children use. You see a 2-year-old boy saying, what the fuck?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, don't use that word again. It's not allowed on air.
Okay.
Now you know this. You know it's a negative word.
It's a negative word.
It's not allowed in the media. We're sorry for our viewers for that word there. But so you can continue.
Yeah, you can see some child using some words or using his finger to describe some things, of which that child must have seen it somewhere on social media.
Yes.
Because that child's parent will not even say just kind of word close to a 2-year-old or 3-year-old child. But being that are using the smartphone or all those things, he will see all those things that you're supposed to see at that certain age.
Okay.
Yes.
That's it. Now, this brings us to, you both live here in Jalingo at least, and you've traveled around, and you've done this, and you've done that, and I know that you have, what do you think, I want to personalize this to the Taraba State. This is where we are now. I know you lived in Lagos most of your life, and also you've traveled, do you think Taraba young people have been using the social media to really promote themselves the way they should?
I've been in this Jalingo for like maybe like 2 to 3 months, but they're really trying actually, but not the way I think they should be trying. I feel like if you own a social media handle, it should be on positive effects. Like if you be online, just go straight to what you are doing. Like don't try to put pressure on. You see, Let me give you an example. You just see a grown man texting a 16-year-old girl saying hi, all those things. It's not supposed to be happening that way. If you're a girl, you are on social media. If you're a teenager and you're on social media, you should know what and what you should not be doing on social media. Like, if you're into business, you should promote your business strictly on business. If you're there to be educated, okay, just go straight to the point. All those things does not matter. You have time, time to do all those things. That's why we have different time and different energy for anything on earth.
Do you think Taraba young people have been using social media positively?
Not all of them. I feel like some of them really abuse the media. Yes.
Okay, now let's come to this trend that you people like, challenges. Jump on trends on social media. They say, climb a box challenge, a hand on your head challenge, a rant challenge. Let me ask, which challenge have you ever been involved in? Is it dancing or shouting or jumping challenge?
Well, I think dance.
Oh, you've gone on dance challenge?
Yes.
Okay.
To advertise the products. You know, I'm a content creator.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, have you gone on any challenge on social media?
I don't put myself on all these challenges because I feel as if there are negative effects on it than the positive effects. But you don't know how far, like this rant challenge, you don't know how far it's going.
Okay, like the rant challenge
yes.
going on now. What do you feel about the rant challenge?
I feel as if it's okay to go for that, but I feel as if it's too much.
Okay.
Yes.
It could be abused.
It could be abused. Like some people, I mean Nigerians, I know how Nigerians do behave. I can go and buy this product at the market 200, I'll come and sell it 500 naira. Of course, me, I'm abusing the country. Because that's not how it's been sold. But I feel the person will be like, that's an I bought from Bella, it's too expensive. Well, it's me that at the price on my own, I'm still complaining about the country. Yes.
Right. So what you said that the change that you want starts from
me. If I should join that, then I have to buy something and sell it at a good rate.
So you're at a reasonable price.
Yes.
Now, Precious.
Yes, sir.
You're a content creator.
Yes, sir.
What kind of content creation do you do?
Okay, so my mom has a foodstuff brand, EA Farmhouse, and then she also has hair and skin product. So I advertise and market the products.
You advertise
by creating content, yes.
Okay, you create
on
content.
The media,
so
yes.
Doesn't this affect your studies and doesn't this necessarily expose you to the social media?
Actually, no, because yes, I'm a bit exposed to the media, but like I said earlier, I have a strict mother. So, and we do not create content every day. So I have a personal time to myself because of my studies, and then I just have a kind of personal time to myself.
Okay,
yes.
And you ensure that your contents are positive.
Yes, and I still also have a restriction to my phone. I'm not always with my phone, yes.
Okay, so as you are now, yes, you're still restricted, even though
yes.
you're a content creator.
Yes.
So those watching you will say, well, she has the access to the whole world.
No.
Mommy just give you 5 minutes to do content and you.
I have a restriction to my phone at times, yes.
Okay, Mommy, I hope you're listening to us here. And you've done a good job. Even though you're allowed to create content, you still restrict her. Bella, same thing. Thanks to your parents. We can all see that they raised wonderful young people in you. So let me say, so what are your advice to the fellow young people concerning social media and life generally? Let me start with you, Bella.
My advice is because I have childhood friends that social media ruined their lives. Because when I was growing, I have a friend that started taking drugs because of the influence of social media. You said they said if I'm on drugs, I won't feel any pain. If I'm on drugs, I'm not going to think. So at that teenage age, you feel as if you want to explore. Like, I want to learn new things. Okay. They tell you if you take drugs, you will not think. Okay, you fall asleep. Okay. But they don't take the negative aspect of it. It will make you dull. Like, you won't be sharp as before. Okay, imagine if you're always feeling sleepy. You don't even know what you are doing. So for me, everything has its own time. You grow up, you be an adult one day, and nobody will tell you what to do or where to go. So by then you feel as if, yes, I'm a grown-up person now. I will do this so time and this so time. You even know what to do. Like in my area where I grew up from, like most people used to go to all those shops and buy alcohol and take. Like it's normal for them to do all those things. But the effects on it is more than the way they think. Because there was a guy that just bought something and drank and he fell down there and just died. You don't know the effect, but saying that if he's high, he will not feel anything. Because of the effects I've been hearing on social media. Oh, get high, buy this, buy that. But all those things have a lot of effects on us. Like mentally, emotionally. You even see somebody could be heartless because he doesn't know how it feels to be connected with each other. They don't have that love. The only that is when they're outside with their friends drinking. That's the love they have. They have come home and you all will be starving. They don't even care because all their money will enter into that particular addict that they're into. Some will be addicted to women, and all these things are from social media. You see a young boy of 13 years old watching all manner of things on his or her phone, which is very, very wrong. So I think as a parent, you need to restrict the phone. And even if our children use phone, just come and stand close to the child and look at what that child is doing. So you can know what and what the child is doing on social media. And you can still go to the pages and look at what that child is looking at.
Yes.
Yes, you can still go and see everything so that you not allow that child to ruin his or her life.
Thank you very much, Bella. That's quite a good coming from you, a young person, to the young people. So, Precious,
Yes.
what
Well,
do you have for the young people like you out there?
I would advise that as teenagers, we should have self-control. I wouldn't say the media should be banned, because even if we are banned from the media, there are still ways we could actually get to the media, because we see a person that doesn't have a phone but has up to 3 social media accounts.
How do they do that?
It is actually possible.
Yeah.
You could actually have an account on your friend's phone, because a phone can have up to 10 accounts.
Yes.
So if it is banned, I think there are still ways we could actually get it outside. I just feel like there should be a restriction for us. Yes.
And self-control.
Yes, and we teenagers should have self-control.
Okay.
We should have self-control.
Thank you.
And fear of the Lord too. Fear of the Lord is in a child's hearts. That child will always say, okay, God is by my side. I cannot do such things. My mother used to tell me that just anything you're doing, just think if God is standing behind you, will you do it?
Okay.
So I'll be like, God is standing behind me, will I do this thing? No. I feel like I should not do it. Sometimes I'll be like, let me just carry this thing and pick. I'll say, God is standing. When I start going, let's say that, okay, what she's saying is just to control my head. I feel like God is by my side. I cannot steal. God is here, let me not do this thing. He's standing behind me. That's how I always feel.
Oh, yeah.
So I think the fear of the Lord should be in every child's heart.
Okay, thank
Yes.
you. Thank you very much. Before we go, today is the birthday of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. This is an opportunity for you to wish him a happy birthday. And I'm sure he will watch this. Okay, Bella, starting from you.
Happy birthday to my president.
Precious?
I'm wishing our president a very happy birthday, a belated birthday to him.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes,
everyone.
and I would love to advise we teenagers to watch Some TV, because as my family, we are really addicted to it, and I feel like Some TV is a program that every teenager should watch, because it's educative and very interesting.
And you?
Yeah, it's very educative and it's let's say understandable. Everything they do is okay. Like you can watch it 247. On my phone at home, I used to just watch it and just laugh. When it comes to like even all the programs, I enjoyed all the programs on Some TV. So stay tuned and watch Some TV.
Yes.
Thank you very much. You heard it from the beautiful Bella and the beautiful Precious Oyi. Best Matthew Bella, a student of Adama State University, mass comm student of Adama State University, while Precious Oyi is a content creator and medical student. They've said it all. So young people out there, you're listening to your young people. If I say it, you may say I'm old school, I don't know what I'm talking about. But we've heard it from your mates. There are two. One is a teenager, the other is not a teenager. So I think they know what they're talking about. And yeah, from Some TV to the young people out there, there are positives to social media and there are also the negative aspects. So we'll call on you to ensure that you stay positive, and also to the parents, ensure that you know what your kids are watching on social media, and also ensure that you put parental control on them. And then most importantly, just ask yourself, young people, what if God was behind me and looking at me, will I do what I'm doing? So on this note, we've come to the end of this segment of the morning show on a Saturday morning. Thank you for watching. Thank you, my viewers. Thank you, my guest. We always have you back here next time, because you've really enriched the program this morning.
Yes,
So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned for the morning show. As the morning show continues, we'll be right back.
Attention Taraba! Here is a public service announcement to all youth groups and organizations in Taraba State. The Senior Special Assistant to the Governor of Taraba State on Youth Affairs, in collaboration with the Special Advisor, Youth Empowerment and the National Youth Council of Nigeria, Taraba State Chapter, invites all youth groups in the state to register for Taraba State Youth Transformation Initiative. Registration is free. The Taraba Youth Transformation Initiative is strategically designed to identify and equip youth groups with skills to enhance youth development. Registration will take place in all the 168 political wards in Taraba State. Registration starts 31st of March 2025. Venue: all local government secretariats across the state. Don't miss out. Register your youth groups today and take a step towards unlocking your full potentials. Join us and let's build a brighter future for Taraba youths. Ambassador Emmanuel George, JP, SSA, Youth Affairs, Announcer.
No matter how long you live, you cannot learn it all. You can only do your best because you
Yo, what up, ladies and gentlemen? I go by the name of Piasso. Keep watching something.